Tell the DJ spin it like a Beyblade. Tell the DJ spin it like a Beyblade.
One family, see the family, we gon' stand the deed. Psalms 149 verse 3, we gon' praise his name in the dance of deed. In the king with a fake state, feeling good, such a great day. Jump for joy, got love for my beats, no sleep, not missing the beat. Love is amazing, it makes me alive with them. Walk in truth, no job with them. One step, two step, I slide with them. In the whip seat back, I ride with them. All smiles, I vibe with them. Don't sit, man, I can't stay inside with this.
Shalom, my peoples. Welcome back to another episode of IMTV Talks. And this time, I'm talking with Miss AaliYah Taavi. What's going on with you?
Hey, shalom, brother. Hey, everything is going well. All praise to the Most High, able to wake up this morning and serve Him yet again, another day to try to get it right.
For sure, true that. Indeed. Man, so can you share with the people where you're from?
I'm from a little small town called Hitchcock, Texas, right outside of Galveston, Texas. And, in that area, it's very, very small. And I moved to San Antonio when I was about in third grade. And, we just stayed in San Antonio. And so San Antonio's been home for me, been moving around a lot, but where I call home and where I currently reside is San Antonio, Texas.
Home of the Spurs. That's what I'm talking about.
That's right. You know it.
Man, so how did you get into singing?
Well, I was born into what I would like to say, honestly. My mother was a musician. She played for the churches, several churches. When we were little, starting off, I have one older sister. She's 4 years older than me, and then it's just the two of us, two girls. And my mom just always had us by her side when she played the piano. She played at several different churches, but the one that she played at the longest was our church. I grew up African Methodist. And so my mom we were the choir. We had 3 and 4 services sometimes. And because she was the piano player, she would just take us everywhere with her. And if there was no choir, if the church was super small that we went to, my mom would just have my sister and I sing. I would sing alto. My sister would sing soprano. My mom would sing tenor. And she had been doing that with us since I was probably as long as I can remember. I honestly don't even remember not singing.
Man.
I don't have any memories of being really small and not singing or being around a piano, because we had a piano in our house as well. So she would just play things for us and we would just sing. So just started off in the church.
Man, super cool, man. And at the Light magazine, you shared about singing in the jazz choir. What was that like?
That was really, really interesting. That was a fun concept. So in high school, they used to have where you could go into these different choirs, So they had like jazz, they had like different types of like show choirs. One was like a Renaissance type of a choir. And so after I transitioned, because I used to play an instrument, used to play the clarinet. So I kind of transitioned into, let me throw that in there real quick. Although I was singing since I was little, I didn't always like to sing. So I like to sing when I wanted to sing, but I don't like to sing on demand. So I want to put that in there.
Okay.
But I found a love for singing in high school because I was able to sing the things that I felt were, good things that for me, for a high school, person, for a young girl. And so in jazz choir, they did all these old shoe doo-wops and scatting, and I learned all about that. And I was like, ooh, I love this. Like the blues side of it, we sang stuff that I have like so much, I learned so much culture from taking that class. And so they taught us all kinds of dance moves and, about different places, like the birth of where jazz and blues came from and all those different things. And so that just that grew me a love to like to perform as well, because there was also performing included in that jazz choir.
Okay, cool. Man, that's what's up. And you also shared that the first song you wrote was called Virtuous Wife. Can you share about that one?
Absolutely. Virtuous Wife came about back in 2014. I got diagnosed with multiple sclerosis and rheumatoid arthritis and fibromyalgia all at one time. I was just hit with it, and it kind of came in my life during a time that I was just like, it just rocked me. It just rocked my world, and so I ended up, just having to sit down and really meditate on things. And I always had a desire, if anything, since I was a little girl, I knew that I always wanted to be a wife. And growing up in the church, I knew that I was supposed to be a wife that, served her husband, and one that was well spoken of. And so, and around that time, I really started getting into my scriptures. And one of the first scriptures that I read when I was going through this process I guess it was like kind of like a group, and it was called Women of the Word. And so we would read scriptures, and one of the scriptures was the Proverbs 31. And I read it and read it and read it and wrote things about it and how I aspired to be that woman. And then the song came about right there from that scripture.
Man, that's dope. Wow.
Yeah.
And can you also share about how you got connected with Spoken Word Wednesdays?
So how that happened was in 2017, 2017, we went to our first Passover with the group, and it was the Ark Remnant. I don't know if you've ever heard of them, but it was Moria Yoshiyahu and Hulda Dawid at the time. And so we went to our first Passover there, and while we were there, we met several different brothers, including Yoshiyahu, who told us about a brother named Jacob. And so they introduced us. There was a brother that was there. His name was Shaka. And he told us, man, there's a radio station. He was listening to some music. He was like, hey, there's music and everything. And we were like, what? And so he turned on the station, and there was this man that was just so funny and just overbearing, but was telling the truth, and so we got hooked. And as the time went on, we're especially into music as well. And he told us, he was like, yeah, sometimes I call in and I do like spoken word. They have spoken word, so you can call in and you can do spoken word. And I was like, what? And he said, yeah, you can call in and do like your little songs and different stuff like that. And I was like, oh, okay. And so one day I got brave enough to call up there. I listened for a while, and I got brave enough to call up there. And the first song that I did actually was Virtuous Wife.
Man. That's what's up, man. That's awesome. Man, so this year you dropped an amazing project called Healing Through the Psalms. Man, what was your inspiration behind that project?
Healing Through the Psalms, man, as I briefly touched on, I got diagnosed with all those different things. And at one time in my life, it told me that, I was going to have to walk with a cane and basically these debilitating diseases, that there was no cure for them, that all we could do is just kind of maintain them. And so I was at a point to where I really was just in the bed. I was taking 27 pills a day. It was a hard time in my life. So what it did was it allowed me to sit down and to really go through it. Like it allowed me to sit there and focus and meditate on the Most High and His Word. And so because all I had was me and the Most High to just sit there and and be just him and I really started getting into the Psalms. And so I would read them and read them and read them, and they would bring comfort to me as I read them. David was always my favorite character. In the scriptures, that was always my favorite patriarch. And so I just, would read through the Psalms. And one of the things the Most High told me, he was like, you're going to heal. You're going to heal through my word. You're going to heal through the Psalms. And at that time, I was like, okay, I didn't understand what it meant, because this was like 4 years ago that I really started doing the Healing Through the Psalms project. And I'm just now dropping it because it took that long and that much healing and that much refining to get to the point to where the album could finally drop and all the pieces were together. So the Most High was so strategic. And so that's where Healing Through the Psalms came from, because most of my songs that you hear, and that most of them that you will hear from me, are going to normally come directly from the scriptures, and most of the time they will come through the Psalms. And so my first album is Healing Through the Psalms, but that's also my brand, is that as well, is just, healing through the Psalms, healing through the word, being washed with the word, and being encouraged through those Psalms is what brings forth true and everlasting healing, because we know we're going to have to go through things in this life, and the Most High wants us to be encouraged with what He's already done, and that's like a perfect place to be reminded of how the Most High constantly delivers His people. So that's where Healing Through the Psalms came from, and it's an ongoing project. Even though that's my first album and that dropped, it will continue to have healing through the Psalms through different ways. Through my music, I will continue to write from the Psalms, and continue as I do my different albums to still put that healing into every song. That's my goal. That's my mission, is that the nation of Israel heals truly from the heart.
That's on the real, man. That's interesting as well. Man, and you got this one single that's been making noise, man, and it's Barak Yahuwah. What made you want to drop that one?
So, Judah Black, who is my producer, Judah Black, South 51 Music, and so he has been working with me. He was the producer that just took a chance on me when I was calling into the radio network. He was pretty close to Brother Jacob, and so when I called in one time, I sang not Mika Mofa, I'm sorry. I sang let me see. I think it was Who Is Like You. That was the first song that I really dropped that people knew me by, was Who Is Like You. And so I did that song, and when I did that song, Brother Jacob loved it so much, he said, and I sang it with no music, just a cappella, and he said, I want one of my producers that's listening in to please get her in a studio and record this, just like it is. He just wanted it exactly the way that it was. And so I said, okay, and so Judah Black reached out to me. We talked. He got permission from my husband to start working with me, and so we did that song. So the whole time, he's always will just drop beats, just send me stuff, send me music, and so he had sent me some beats, and I had been working with them, and that beat that you hear on Barak Yahuwah, I heard that, and I was reading again through the Psalms. And that's exactly what happened. Barak Yahuwah is right from the Psalms. And I just heard the beat, and then I just started saying, Barak Yahuwah, oh Nefeshi, Barak Yahuwah. I just kept saying that, and then the rest of the song came, and I just took that Psalms and, put it all together and made it fit. All praises to the Most High, and that's how Barak Yahuwah was born, because I love to do things in the Hebrew language. I know we don't get it perfectly right, but there's just something about hearing that language and just going, directly from the scriptures. And so that's what I did. I just said, okay, this is going to be my second song that I'm going to do that has Hebrew. And so that's how Barak Yahuwah came about.
Man, yeah, that song, that song is amazing, man. That song is dope, man, for real. And I wanted to point out another song that I heard on the album that I love, and it's called "Hear My Prayer." What made you write that one?
Oh, man, brother, that one right there is that's a special song to me, because Hear My Prayer, that song right there is just so encouraging. If anybody just takes out the time, if you just listen to the song, it's Psalm 4, and I believe also 3. There's Psalm 3 that's mixed in there as well. But when you hear that song and you read those scriptures just hit the heart. And one of the ones, it says in the song, it says, stand in awe and sin not, commune with your own heart upon your bed and be still, Selah. And the word Selah, of course, we know means to pause and reflect. And so when I read that scripture, I was like, oh my gosh, this hits my heart, y'all. I was like, this hits my heart. To just understand what that meant, to just pause and reflect. Don't do anything, don't sin, don't be rash, don't be haste. Just pause and reflect and commune with your own heart. The Most High wants us to do that. He wants us to self-reflect, look at ourselves, examine ourselves, and then pause on that, meditate on what he shows us.
Yeah.
And that's where that came from. That's my favorite song on the album is Hear My Prayer. That is one of the ones that and then the bridge of the song that talks about at peace I will both lay down and sleep for you, oh Yah. That part right there, talking about peace and going to sleep, that just really hit me as well, and having joy from the Most High. So yes, I that's my favorite song from the album. So I'm so glad that you like that one as well.
Man, no doubt, man. I really do love that song, man. And I want to say thank you. Thank you for making it 8 minutes long, so I don't have to keep turning around and pressing repeat. Lord, when I just want to vibe, when I just want to chill, and like you said, pause and reflect on the Most High, I could just let that play.
Yeah, and that's, I'm so glad you said that, because again, we all are pieces, right? We're all pieces of the puzzle that the Most High put together, fitly joined, right? And so I feel as though in our community we have a lot of rap and we have a lot of solo songs, but we don't have a lot of worship. Do you understand what I'm saying? We don't have a lot of that gut wrenching, cry out, fall on your face worship that goes long. So sometimes I will love a song and I'll try to get into it, but it's gone before, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, you got to keep hitting repeat. And you're like, oh, I just want more of this. I want more of this song. And so Psalms 4, actually, I sat and wrote it in our assembly. That song was written for us to sing in the assembly that I'm with, called Beit Hadai Bring, which is House of the Redeemed Hebrews here in San Antonio. And so a lot of my music, also Unto You and a few other things, those are all songs that the very last song, you'll see that's a pretty long song as well. But those are all worship songs that we have slides to. So if anybody ever wants slides, the words to those songs, we have them to where they can listen to them. And we also have music, of course, to that. Unto You has music as well to it. I just sing a cappella on the album. But that's where my heart is. My heart is in worship. Not just singing, not just having a good beat, or just being able to be okay, but actually able to put that on and just enter into worship. So I appreciate that feedback, man.
Oh, no problem, man. And not only have you put out great music, but Man, you done did your thing in a few places. Like, first, can you share about your experience at Hebrew Wall Street?
Oh yeah, that was beautiful. I really enjoyed that time. That was like a beautiful experience to be able to do that because, like, you never, I guess, like, you don't ever know, like, really what the outcome's going to be. We kind of go into this thing and being like, okay, well, I hope it's, I don't know what kind of experience it's going to be. I don't know. And so, Simkaya, another artist, she actually told me about the event and Ray Chantel, and they say you should get in touch with Pictra and see if you can come and sing there. That would be a good opportunity for you. So I said, okay, I got in touch with that sister, and she said, sure, let me look at and see what I have. And she looked, and she realized that, yeah, like, she had space for me. So she went ahead and put me on, and I decided to go. My whole family and I went, and it was a beautiful experience. Like, I really thoroughly enjoyed that experience. All the Hebrews were super pleasant and just so much talent in one room, and it was a very, very joyous time. And that was my first live performance that I'd ever had an opportunity to do, and it just made it so easy to be around, like-minded people. So it was good.
Wow, that was your first one?
That was.
Wow, super cool. And man, and not only did you represent there, but you also represented at the Brewfest. Can you share about that?
Yeah, so for the Mississippi, I think it was the third annual Mississippi Hebrew Festival. That was so fun. That would have been my second performance. That's what that was, and it was a beautiful time. They were so just accommodating. We were able to all come together and just help one another out, and getting that experience, meeting new artists, and being able to link up and collaborate and all those different things. Like, that was like really a good time. It was a beautiful place too. Like, the whole experience of being there was it was a beautiful time, a good lesson, good fellowship. We actually did praise and worship. Another sister called Charmin C. We did a praise and worship for them that morning, and it was a beautiful time. So we really had a good time. We enjoyed ourselves at that one as well.
Most deaf. Man, and has there been any other events that you've been part of?
Not so far. Not so far. I was supposed to go to the Hebrew Israelite Radio Network, the award show, but I wasn't able to make it this year because I had a situation that came up, so I wasn't able to go. But I am looking to do some new things coming up. I've been in contact with Pictra and others that already know that as soon as the event comes up, that as long as I'm able to, Yah willing, I'm going to be there. So I'm just in that moment of, like, staying tuned to whatever that the Most High reveals and allows for me to do, and that's where I'll serve. So just waiting on some different events to come up. We're kind of in the fall feast season, so super busy right now. I have a few collabs that I'm working on right now. I think that the community is going to be super excited about and rather pleased with some of these collaborations, and the Most High be glorified. And so that's kind of what's coming up next.
Yeah, I was just about to ask you that too. What more can we look forward to from Miss AaliYah Taavi?
Yeah, just more. I'm already have another album that I'm working on currently right now with Meshek. He's another artist that's in the community, so I'm going to work with him and do a few things. Just need to do some tightening up in some areas, and I also have something that I'm going to be doing with Faith in Israel, and I have, we're going to do something together. Yeah, this is gonna be. I'm pretty excited about that. Getting something put together. I think her and I are gonna have a good a good time doing this. And then I also have something with Charmin as well that we're gonna be doing. Gonna be doing an album that we're gonna work on together with a couple other sisters as well. That we're gonna do something talking about the law of kindness. Just the law of kindness being on our tongue, or talking about it coming from Proverbs and talking about the law of kindness, her having the law of kindness. And so that's kind of what the album's going to be geared towards, about brotherly love, and things like that. So that's what I'm going to be working on. That's what I am currently working on right now.
Man, super cool. Look. That's what's up, man. I can't wait to hear more of it, man. So to anybody that's listening, if you haven't heard Healing Through the Psalms, please check that out, man. It's an amazing project, especially if you have the heart of worship, man, for the Most High. Once again, this has been another great word flow. I thank y'all for tuning in to IMTV Talks. AaliYah, man, thank you for coming through and being on the show.
Oh, thank you, brother. I appreciate the opportunity to be able to, just speak to the community. And this is encouraging for me as well to, know that I'm in the right lane. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing for the Most High. It's being well received, and that, true healing is going forth. And it's doing what it's supposed to do. The music is doing what it's supposed to do. And so for that alone is just so encouraging to me, and makes me just want to continue to keep my hand to the plow. So I appreciate you, brother, for this opportunity.
Man, I appreciate you too, and man, that's on the real what you had just said a second ago. Real, we got to keep our hands to the plow. For sure. Man, so as we close out, we about to get into some more of this righteous music. This your J.O.L. Judah, DJ Dr. J, along with AaliYah Taavi. I just want to say continue to love the Most High, love each other, and love yourselves. Take care, y'all.
South 71 Music.
This your girl, Facing Israel, and you're now tuned in to Dot Damn.
Barak Yahuwah, O Nefeshi, Barak Yahuwah, O Nefeshi, Barak Yahuwah, O Nefeshi, O Nefeshi, Barak Nefeshi, Yahuwah, Koko Hebi, Shem, Kodesh, Shem Kodesh, Barak Nefeshi, Yahuwah, Koko Hebi, Shem Kodesh, Shem Kodesh, Gaal, Sha'at, Hai, Ater, Chisera, Chisera, Gaal, Sha'at, Hai, Eter, Chisera, Barak Nefeshi, Yahuwah, Koko Hebi, Shem Kodesh, Shem Kodesh, Barak Nefeshi, Yahuwah, Koko Hebi, Shem Kodesh, Shem Kodesh, Saba, Tov, Adi, Hadash, Neshene Uri, Neshene Uri, Saba, Tov, Adi, Hadash, Neshene Uri, Neshene Uri, Barak Nefeshi, Yahuwah, Koko Hebi, Shem Kodesh, Shem Kodesh, Barak Nefeshi Yahuwah Kokorebi Shem Kodesh, Shem Kodesh, Asa Zedaka Yahuwah Mishpat Kol Asar Asa Zedaka Yahuwah Mishpat Kol Asar Barak Nefeshi Yahuwah Kokorebi Shem Kodesh, Shem Kodesh, Barak Nefeshi Yahuwah Kokorebi Shem Kodesh, Shem Kodesh. Bless Yahuwah, oh my soul, and all that's within me. Bless His holy name. Bless Yahuwah, oh my soul, and all that's within me. Bless His holy name. Bless Yahuwah, oh my soul, and all that's within me. Bless His holy name. Bless Yahuwah, oh my soul, and all that's within me. Bless His holy name. Bless Yahuwah, oh my soul, and all that is within me. Bless His holy name. Bless Yahuwah, oh my soul, and forget not all His benefits. Who forgives all your iniquities, who heals all your diseases, who redeems your life from destruction, who crowns you with loving kindness and tender mercies, who satisfies your mouth with good things, so that your youth is renewed like the eagles.